Hey everybody, Dan Vega here. Listen, I've been hearing a lot of people talk about focus, what it takes to have laser focus, what it takes to have the focus to win, right, and to create wealth. And I gotta tell you, focus for, I think, most people, it's easier said than done. It's not easy to be completely focused. In fact, I know a lot of entrepreneurs that are highly creative people. They're very creative and they constantly find opportunity. They see opportunity in everything and how to monetize. And that can be a great strength, but it can also be a huge weakness, right? So as we know, there's a saying in business that says that if you chase two rabbits, you don't get either. And I got to tell you, I know so many entrepreneurs out there that they don't have two rabbits. They got like rabbit pins. They got 15 things that they're thinking about all the time, and they have just enough on their mind. They're just distracted enough to not really crush it on any of them, right? So we want to have focus. In fact, we've probably heard the acronym FOCUS stands for follow one course until successful. But again, how do we do that? How do we really get that focus? Well, I have to tell you what really has helped me. Years ago, I read a brief article that really helped me, and I think about this to this day at a daily basis. I think about this article. It's helped me really gain focus. And what the article mentioned is how we think about things. It really what consumes us as people, as entrepreneurs, as business leaders. And the article said that, and these are much smarter people than myself, by the way, when it comes to the brain and how all that works. But these doctors, the point they made was 40% of what consumes us, right? 40% of what we think about all the time has to do with the past that we can't change. So out of 24 hours a day, what consumes our minds, 40% of it is something that's already happened that we can't change. Another 40% of what we constantly think about is future-based things. See, we're thinking about future-based things that in fact will never actually happen. So think about it. Out of what consumes our minds all the time, right, that noise, that inner chatter, 40% is on the past that we can't change, and another 40% is on future-based things that are actually not going to happen. Okay? Now, out of the remaining 20% of what we think about, 12% is on things that may or may not happen, but really, if they do or don't, it's really not going to change your life in any big way or move the needle, right? What am I going to have for lunch? How am I going to do this, or how am I going to do that, or which car am I going to buy? See, these things may or may not happen, but whether they do or don't, it's not life-changing events. And out of everything that we're thinking about, the remaining 8% is what we really need to be thinking about, right? Those are the things that are going to make those move the needle the most. The things that are going to change our life, maybe financially, help us to create wealth, or a better family, better relationship with our children. That's the 8% things that we really got to think about. So I constantly think about this other. I'm so glad that I read this article, and I think about it every day at some point about being completely 100% present, right? So even in my office, it's really funny because people will constantly, I hear them saying this, and even to me, I'll say, oh man, next Friday we got to do this or that. Future-based, dude, that's not today, that's future-based. It's not, you have to be present. And I'm like, oh yeah. Oh, dude, did you hear what happened to me last week? And I'm telling some story. And they're like, no, dude, that's the past. Get out of the past. Be present. We're constantly checking each other to constantly go back to present. That's what we have to do. We have to be present all the time, right? It's our best chance to get out of whatever precarious situation we may be in. If we have financial hardships, it's our best chance to create wealth. It's our best chance to have a stronger marriage, better relationship with the kids. We have to be completely present, and nobody's perfect. We're all going to slip out of that, being present and go into the future or the past. And we need people around us. We need to create a culture where they're constantly saying, man, that's past, that's future-based. Constantly zoom in on what is at hand and the task in front of us. Don't look at your to-do list and say, I got to get 20 things done this week. Maybe make the list and then zoom in on what's the task at hand today. Get 100% present, get out of the past, get out of the future, and crush it. This is going to help us move the needle. I hope it helps you. And I got a meeting I got to get into, but hopefully you have a great rest of your day and get out there and start crushing it.